Hello, hello, hello. Happy Friday. How's everyone doing tonight? Hope you've all had a great week. Hope that you have fun plans for the weekend. Fun, crafty plans are the best. I'm just cutting one last thing out. Well, hello, Kelly. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, Darren. Oh, it says that the video didn't change, but it looks like it changed on mine. Hi, Kate. Hello, Lori. Hello, Penny.
Oh, looks good to me, Shan.
Okay, I don't know if where it didn't change, but Penny mentioned that it was not changed.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, hello. Sorry, I just wanted one last die cut and it didn't cut through the first time, so I just had to grab one last thing. So now I am ready. Maybe, let me get this last little piece out of there. There we go. All right. So does anyone, well, hello, Anne-Marie. Hello, Michelle. Hello, hello, hello. What are you doing this weekend? Any fun plans? All right. Well, it's the end of August, the last Friday of August. Can you believe that? Where did it go? August went by so fast. Granted, next Friday is the 1st of September, but it's still, August will be over by then. So we're going to do our August layout, and I'm going to use all kinds of fun things from our brunch release, which is one of my favorite releases we've ever done. So I hope that you will have some fun with me and that maybe you'll be inspired, whether that be for a card or whatever paper project that you want. Oh, Michelle, I'm glad that you're having some time to recover, but ouch. Grandkids soccer games. Yes, that is what Saturdays are made of, right? Well, I don't think that Michelle sounds near as fun as Valencia's. So the first thing I'm doing, I'm just going to right in. I just spread the back of my Keen Stencil with some pixie spray, and we're going to use a little bit of our white pigment ink with this. And I am just wanting to give a little bit of texture to the background, so I'm not going to do the full image. I'm just going to do just a little, like, random. I got way too much ink on that, but that's okay. This is going to do kind of a
Anne-Marie is
random
cleaning up. Anne-Marie is
pattern.
cleaning up trees from the storm damage.
Oh, Anne-Marie, I'm sorry that you had some damage. All right. This is actually more than I meant to do, but I hope it's a little bit less. I don't want it to be too, what I'm looking for, too much of a form. I was kind of wanting it to be more free, which I struggle with. I like things to be a little bit more controlled sometimes, and sometimes I have a hard time just letting loose. But when I do, I have a lot of fun. All right, let's see how we did on that. Oh, that'll work. That will work. So we'll just go ahead and let me just stick that in my dirty bin. And we will dry that off a little bit. Oh, maybe. Is this one plugged in? Yes. And it's not, I got a little too much ink on there, but that's okay, because this is really just to give our background a little bit of texture. You won't see a ton of this. You'll just see just a little bit. Bear with me while I just get it just a little bit drier. In fact, maybe I'll let it continue to dry for a minute, and I'll move on to the other part of our layout. So if you have not been with me on one of my lives, the scrapbook lives that I do, let me just explain what I do. So I use the Doodlebug 8x8 album, and I use, let me move that a little bit. I use the sheets that are one full 8x8. Sorry.
Maybe if you hold it up in the personal cam, you can see it better, and I'll switch it.
Oh, I've got it. It's okay. And then the next ones that I use are the ones that are divided by 4. So we're going to do our August layout. And so I think we'll do our 4 first while our sheet for our big, the bigger part of our layout dries. So let me rearrange a little bit and we will get started. So what I decided to do was, I wasn't sure what to do because I was like, well, it's obviously going to be breakfast themed. But the funny thing is it's convenient because breakfast is my favorite. I love to have breakfast for dinner. We do eggs and hash browns for dinner an awful lot. And we actually love, my family loves German pancakes, so I'll make those from time to time. And honestly, I love breakfast food. Do you guys love breakfast? What's your favorite meal? Just looking for my glue. There we go.
Donna says hi.
Hello, Donna. Welcome. So I have some pictures here, and I'll explain what their significance is. And then I just figured my layout today is just going to be about how I love breakfast. And this particular breakfast that I'm going to show you is one of my favorite meals ever, and I'll explain to you why. So first, I'm just going to map my photos. And
Penny said they had hash browns, eggs, and sausage for dinner last night.
Oh, Penny, that's perfect. That sounds delicious to me. We actually had company like maybe a month ago or so, and we fed some local missionaries, and it was so funny because these are young men that are like 19, 20, 21. And so, you know, I usually would think that they would want something like pizza or whatever. And so I asked him, well, what would you like for dinner? Because, you know, I wasn't sure. And the one was just like, you know what? I really love cereal. I really love cereal, and I don't get to buy it very often. And so I said, well, if you want cereal, we can definitely arrange that. And so we had a cereal bar. We had, I think 6 different cereals. We invited some more people to come. So we had 6 different cereals. We had muffins, because I was like, I can't just feed these people cereal. So we had some muffins and we had juice, and it was just funny. It cracked me up, but he loved it. So, okay.
It was an easy dinner. That's for sure.
What, honey?
What, Darren? Saying it was an easy dinner.
Yeah, it was absolutely easy. It was really fun. Fried mush with syrup. Ooh, that sounds good. So when I was a little girl, my mom, this is something that my kids would think was so weird, but maybe your moms did the same. But my mom would every now and then have a bowl of bread and milk. And she'd sometimes put just a little hint of vanilla and some sugar in there. But I think that's so weird. I mean, now it's weird. I mean, then it was normal. But I think that's such a funny little meal. But, you know, I think when you grow up during harder times too, I think you learn to like things. She was born in 1940, so she wasn't quite in the Depression, but I'm sure that after effects were still there. Her parents lived through the Depression, so, but anyway, I just was thinking about that the other day. Okay, so I've just been kind of moving around and not telling you what I'm doing. Sorry about that. So this paper and this paper are both from the Breakfast Bunch paper pad. Breakfast Bites. I am so sorry. There's so many breakfast foods. I get them all confused. Okay, this is Breakfast Bites, and it is the cutest paper pad. You've got all of these fun double-sided papers. I'll show you the whole sheet. And we're going to use several of these tonight. Look at how cute that print is. I love those together too. I haven't used them together yet, believe it or not, but I think they are so cute. And then you've got eggs and bacon. You've got these really fun ones that actually, I will tell you right now that we've started some of our fall samples the design team has. So be watching for that release to come up. But this paper plays really nicely with fall, and this side does too. So I'm sure you could find several things in here that would work just fine. But anyway, the Breakfast Bites paper pad is what this is called, and it is super cute. And then along with that, something that's really fun is we have Good Morning stickers, and they actually match perfectly with the paper pad. So definitely pick up some of those. We're going to use some of those on our layout today. And then found that the Groovy Waves paper pad really played nicely with this as well. So I used a lot of the solids from the Groovy paper pad. I've used this up so much. I'm into my second paper pad, and I'm still just going strong. This is a great paper pad. So that now I will explain where we're at with this. This goes. Oh, let me tell you about the sandwich though. So when I like just a couple years ago, I was working crazy hours at the post office, and I believe it was Christmas time because I was working extra hours then, and I was still doing the design team on the side. So it was just kind of a lot sometimes. And I didn't have time to stop the whole time I was at work. And so I came home, and Benji very sweetly presented me at the door. He was waiting for me. He presented me with the best sandwich. This was an egg sandwich that he had made for me. And he was so proud and so excited to give it to me. And it was, I'm telling you, it was delicious. But it tasted even better because it was just so sweet. And the way that he gave it to me, I just made me feel like $1,000,000. So that's why I'm using that on there. And then this little orange is from the Breakfast Bunch dies. Okay, so we've got Breakfast Bites paper pad, Breakfast Bunch dies. And that's what this little orange is from. And the fun thing about this is it has another die that you can use with it that lays over the top that can make it into a peach. And then, so let's use that. Let's actually glue that on there. Let's use actually some foam. All right, so we're just going to stick that down at the bottom, and then I'm going to use the circle to do some journaling, but I will likely not be doing that while we're live. I will do that later. At least that is my intention. I'm terrible about journaling. As I've told you before, I have to really make myself do it. Not sure if we need that hard or not. I kind of want it on there. I like it right there. So let's just use a glue dot for that. And then if I want to move it, I'll still be able to move it. Hello, Gina. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Gosh, I feel like it's been forever since we talked. Okay, so there's our first little section. And now let's go ahead and move on to the second section, which will feature, I believe, yeah, that one's going to have, oh, you know what I did? I think I put this on the wrong one. I did. I meant to put this on the yellow. Well, it is done now. Sometimes you just have to mix things up. I need to lay it all out so I know for sure what I'm doing here. So we'll do that, and we'll do that, because we used glue. So it is done. Maybe we'll mix these two up.
Anne Marie says she loves breakfast anytime.
Yes, me too, Anne Marie. It is the best. All right. Gotta mess with things a little bit because I totally got to talking and lost my concentration for a second and put the wrong picture on the wrong paper. I think that'll be okay. Let's do that. That balances. Okay. So this is what Benji looked like when he did that. Like I said, it's been a few years, but I just had to find a picture because I didn't think to take a picture. So I thought, well, I'm going to cheat a little bit and just find one of them from that same time period. So that is what I did.
And he wanted no help. He wanted to do it all by himself.
Yes,
Frying pan up everything on his own.
Yes, such a sweetie. Okay, let's add this to our paper here. Make sure that we've got it somewhat centered. I've got it on there good enough. Let me move it down just so you can see what I'm doing. And then we'll put the green on this one.
Candy says hi.
Well, hi, Candy. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's do a glue dot as well.
Michelle said kids are the best.
They are the best. Oh, I don't know. I kind of like it there too. Let me see. We've got this milk we can use, but we'll use the milk down there. It makes sense. So let's put the green heart right there. And then we'll put our little sandwich on the yellow. And sometimes there's just nothing like a bowl of cereal or nothing like the other day I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and it had been a while since I'd had one. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so good. It just hit the spot.
Yeah, peanut butter and jelly always hits the spot
Oh,
for
I'm
me.
sorry you have a cold. Sorry, Candy. What, Darren?
The peanut butter and jelly always seems to hit the spot for me. I don't eat it often, but when I do, it's always so good.
Yeah, it's not like one of those foods that you think about that often. Maybe it's just me that doesn't, but it's not usually on my radar to have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. But oh my goodness, when you're just in the mood for one, there's just nothing better. We'll put the heart here. Probably should have put the red heart here. I'm going to because this one's on a glue dot and this one's still wet. So we are saved because I want the red heart on my kid because that just kind of means love to me. So even though I liked the red, the way it looked better on that, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. Know what I'm saying?
Donna C says she can eat peanut butter right out of the jar.
Ooh, yum, Donna. Yum, yum, yum. All right, so crunchy or smooth? What is the vote? I am definitely a crunchy peanut butter fan.
Smooth for me.
And I love to make peanut butter chocolate chip cookies. That's my family's favorite cookie that I make. And I always use the crunchy peanut butter because I just like the added crunch. And so we've got this one ready to go. Okay, so we've got our 4 little sections done. So let's move those for a minute. And by now, I think we're probably close. It's still a little bit wet. Like I said, I went a little nuts when I inked up that brush. So I'm just going to go one more time.
Donna likes the smooth peanut butter best.
Yes, Donna likes the smooth. Hey, I like the smooth just fine, but I love the crunchy. You had that for lunch today, Candy? That's so funny. That's so good. Did you have a tall glass of milk with it? Because I'm telling you, they just go together. All right, so now that I just dried that, I'm going to add something wet to it. I just have this, no, maybe I'll use this instead. So I like to mix this. It's acrylic. I don't know. It's this. It's made by Deco Art, but it's a little more opaque than our Chroma Mist. So sometimes I use them together, but I don't know if I need both. Let's do our Chroma Mist first. And I just want to splatter. So I'm just taking the brush out, or I mean the nozzle out, and just flicking it on there. Oh, I think this is going to be opaque enough. I don't think we're going to need the other. Okay. So now we'll dry it again. Wish I'd thought of that before. That could have been drying already, but that's okay. Some of it's going to be covered up anyway, so. Okay. Let's see if we can work with that. So now I add a piece of the designer, the Breakfast Bites paper right down the middle diagonally so that I could just have a little bit of interest on the corner. So let's just go ahead and add some of our tape to that. Pickle chips. Oh, that sounds delicious. Now I'm going to be craving pickle chips. I'll put this back in my glue for a minute. You don't drink milk, but Crystal Light is good too. Yes, I know. I think waffles have to have a lot of butter too because they can be a little heavy. But you know, butter. Who doesn't want a lot of butter anyway? Everything's better with butter. Benji is so funny because Benji sometimes struggles to try new things. He's pretty good about it, but he gets in a rut. And so like he'll eat nachos every day at school for school lunch. And I was encouraging him to branch out and try some new things. I mean, he's a freshman in high school, so he's got more choices. And so bless his heart, he made an attempt to eat something different. And I was proud of him for doing that. But he got a baked potato and he was like, yeah, I tried a baked potato, but I only ate like a quarter of it. And I was like, really? How come? And he hadn't put anything on it. And he was like, it was really dry. And I was like, I bet it was. I don't think I'd want to eat a plain old baked potato either. But I thought it was so funny that he didn't. I don't know if he just didn't see or how he just didn't have the concept. But I would have thought he would have seen us eating baked potatoes. But that was a new food for him. But he was not impressed.
He always passes on the potatoes for some reason. So good chance.
He didn't always like the texture. But I think we'll have to have baked potatoes one night and do like a baked potato bar. We usually have mashed potatoes, but I think we'll have to try the baked ones just so he can see how good they can be.
The loops are from the Bodacious Borders?
Yes, this die, I cut this die from this die cut from the Bodacious Borders set, which is one of my favorites. And the reason why I'm okay with just having it on the sides is because I think our picture is going to cover up. Yeah, so that'll be okay. They're 6 inches long, so it didn't quite make it across, but that's okay. Because like I said, we're going to cover some of that up. So I think we'll see about where the edge of that. Yeah, we can do it all the way to there. So that's actually centered. Well, let's do that. Let me kind of place. So this is during the pandemic. I didn't have anything better to do. I was trying to get creative in the kitchen. So this is a little coffee cake that I made. And this is a muffin that I made. And I love to bake. So that was another reason why I wanted to include these in this layout, because I love to make muffins. My favorite is to make cookies. But I love to make muffins. I love to make quick breads. So I thought it was appropriate to put that on there. I didn't have a picture of our German pancakes, but I was wishing I did. Yes, yes, definitely. Tons of butter and salt are needed for a baked potato. You only eat butter on your pancakes and no syrup? Syrup a little goes a long way, that's for sure.
When Benji was young, he wouldn't eat anything sticky, so he would eat them plain.
Yeah, Benji doesn't like a lot of syrup. He doesn't even always. Yeah, he has texture issues and sensory issues, so he is not a big fan of syrup. Do we think? Well, I don't want to move that now. I think we'll just kind of. Let me see if I want to tuck it under. Which one's better to be on the top? I think it looks better behind, don't you? That's where it's going. So hopefully it's going to be okay. Let's see if I can turn it a little bit. Oh, it's going to go better just straight. I forget there's not as much real estate on an 8x8, but you know, that's part of why I like them, because they're a little less intimidating to me. Okay, so let's set that aside while we fix all the little pieces for it. So I cut this out of the breakfast bunch dies, and this also has an overpiece that makes a waffle. And you can see on top of my waffle, I've got some fun syrup or honey, whichever you want to call it. But this is the faux honey. Can you see that? Sorry, it's having a hard time focusing. But this is the faux honey, and this is what it looks like when it dries. It looks like either one. 5 brunch kits left. Yeah, not very many. Definitely get in on that. You will not be sorry. There are so many fun things in it. Me too. I had a babysitter make me eat my bologna sandwich that I spilled my Kool-Aid on. And oh, yuck. Yeah, that would be gross. Okay. So what we're going to do
What
with
a mean
this,
babysitter.
Right? So we've got our waffle, and we're going to make this one into a pancake. And so what we're going to do is I'm just going to take a little bit of Gur. This is Simon Hurley ink, and my 4-inch blending brush. And I am just going to just kind of brown the center, because on pancakes, if you'll notice, the sides don't really get dark. It's the top and the bottom that get darker. And I don't need to put a ton of this on, just enough, mostly on the outer part, because on the center, we're going to add a little bit. Actually, on this one, I'll do it anyway. It's not going to dry while I'm live, but I will just show you. This is the Brutella. Looks like a chocolate hazelnut spread for sure. And we'll just put a little bit of that on. And then I'll show you what it looks like when it's dry, because I've got a couple that I prepared ahead of time. And if it dries, great, but I really don't think it'll dry in time. Just wipe off my spatula. Okay, so, I mean, if that doesn't look like chocolate hazelnut spread, I don't know what does. Isn't the faux honey cute? I love it too. I'm glad your mom stopped using her candy. You didn't have to get scarred for life. Okay.
Me and my brothers had a mean babysitter once, and we locked her in the closet till my mom came home. She was so mad. She was in there for 3 hours.
In his babysitter's defense, Darren and his brothers were crazy. I can only imagine what kind of nonsense they were up to. We'll never know. Okay, so we've got our pancakes. We've got, let me move this down a little bit so you can see. And so now let's move that over a little bit. Let's put our toast together. And one of the things I like to do on the toast is I like to go over the edges of the inside piece just to give it a little bit more of a toasty look. So back to our gur. And I probably have plenty of ink in my brush, but because I'm in a hurry, I want it to go on there faster. So, and I don't want to get it all over my mat because I want to just move on. So you could just lay it down and do it, and it would probably be a little faster. And you wouldn't need to so often. Okay, so now it just makes it look a little toastier, I think. Let's just move it over a little, then we can do the same thing. There we go. Okay, let's put the lid back on that so I don't forget. We'll grab our Barely Art glue. Anne-Marie, I think that sounds really good. I haven't made that. I don't know if I've ever done that with my family, but it sounds really good. I think we definitely, I also think kids really like to have things where they have a choice to customize it like they want. So that would be a great idea for our family. I'm going to have to try that out. Okay, so now this is the little jelly or whatever you want it to be. In our case, it's some kind of a jelly. You can do honey, you can do whatever. Another thing you could do is you could spread the Brutella stuff out on a piece of scratch paper and then just cut it out with your die cut. Okay, so now I'm going to just add the sentiment on top of this. And I must confess that this polka dot paper, it's Brutus Monroe paper, but it's retired Brutus Monroe paper, which I don't typically do, but I couldn't resist because I just really thought it matched really nice. So if you have the rainbow slimline paper pack, check it out because it has a lot of things that go really well with the Breakfast Bites paper pack.
Lisa says hi.
Well, hi, Lisa. How are you? Glad you're here. So this die is also part, this, I don't think I told you either of these. Both of these dies. So these ones, and these ones are from the Breakfast Bunch dies. And this one is from the Toaster Treat dies. All of the pieces right here. And again, this is from the Breakfast Bunch. Do we want it on top? I think we want it on top. And then there's a little heart in that set as well that can be the butter, or you can just use it as a heart.
You like
and
how
we're
that
going to do
Rise
both.
and Shine sentiment looks.
I really like how that Rise and Shine sentiment looks too. It's a really cool sentiment. Okay, this one might do better with a glue dot. Let's put glue dots on it. You could try to use foam also. But because we've got that faux honey on there, it's a little slick and needs something a little bit with a little bit more texture to hang on to. Okay, so we've got our Rise and Shine. And let's see. I'm kind of just messing with this. We'll see how it ends up getting arranged. But this little fried egg is from the Breakfast Bunch dies. And the yolks are, again, from the Groovy Waves paper. Like I said, they go really well with this. That yellow is a perfect yolk color, I think. So we've got our eggs. I may have more food than I have space on our layout, but we'll check it out. So now I decided to do our bacon in kind of a more fun, whimsical bacon, I guess. So let's do.
I think I'd pass on bacon if it had spots on it.
Yeah, probably it wouldn't be the best to eat bacon that had polka dots on it, but in paper crafting world, it's completely acceptable to have polka dotted bacon. And I'm kind of thinking we only need one bacon. And then these little guys, I used these a couple weeks ago. If you'll remember, I did a big jumbo tag. And these are actually from the grill die set. And I had a few left over and I thought, oh, maybe we'll just stick a couple of those in there too. And I think that will probably be more than enough for our little layout. So let's start tacking things down. I'm going to use some foam on some of it. Oh, there it is. I knew I had pulled it out. We'll use glue on the toast. And I think this guy will definitely need some foam squares. It has a little curve in it, so I want it to lay down a little flatter. Thanks, Lisa. Oh, I'm glad you're doing well. Cookies are your jam too. Oh my gosh, aren't they fun? I'm making cookies tomorrow morning because Benji's having some friends over. So I will get to make some cookies this week. Okay, so now we'll add, let's put foam on this guy. Do we want them all curved or all straight? I think we'll do them all straight. And then let's add some foam to our pancake. Yes. Okay. So while I'm just kind of assembling this, let me just tell you about a few things going on. So let's do the bundles first, Darren. There's a new bundle today that Christopher presented earlier, and it's got a lot of really cool things in it. It's got a really pretty door. It's called Welcome Home. It's got 2 packs of our cardstock, which is amazing cardstock. If you haven't tried it, you really need to. One of them is Midnight, and the other one is carved pumpkin. Is that what we call it? Pumpkin of some sort. I can never. I always get the name wrong, so I'm gonna tell you the pumpkin, but just think pumpkin. And then let's see, it has the dies and the stamp for the welcome home set. What else did it have? It has the stitched border dies. Darren, did you already link it?
I'm trying to find it.
Okay, Darren's going to put up the link because I'm sure I've forgotten a lot of the things in there. I know it has the Flower Market paper pad, I believe. And it has some embroidery floss in it too. I remember that too. Hello, Donna. I'm so glad you made it tonight.
There's only 6 of these bundles left.
Okay, so there's only 6 of these bundles left, but Darren will go ahead and post the bundle so that you can get in on it. And then also, if you haven't already heard, there are like 4 different Doodlebug classes coming up. And I have to apologize because I forgot to ask Christopher the dates on the ones that he was teaching. I was worried about getting him the dates for the ones that I was teaching and didn't think to do that. That I think one of his is full, but Darren will put all of those up too. Oh, maybe not, because I think that's one of them right there, so it must not be full yet. But maybe the Advent calendar was full. I don't remember, but
yeah,
Darren's
the Advent calendar
said gone. But they are really, really great classes. They are awesome because the classes don't have an additional cost. You're paying for the supplies, and then that's that is what you're paying for. There's not a charge for the instruction and all of that, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. And they're small classes. There's only 12 spaces for each class, so it'll be a nice intimate class. And so I'm teaching a recipe book on September, the second Saturday in September. September 9th. And then in October, I'll be teaching a really cute little flip book that is shaped like a gingerbread house. And that one is on October. It's the second week in October. And I cannot remember what the date is. Do you know, Aaron? Oh, I have my phone. Hang on, I can tell you right now.
The 14th, Saturday,
the 14th. Right? That's the second one?
Yes.
Yes.
And there's only
so the 14th of October. Only 4?
4 Advent calendars left. Spots.
There's only 4 Advent calendars left. But anyway, for the other classes, those are the dates, and I would love for you to join me. And it'll be a lot of fun. We'll go ahead and we'll make stuff together, and we can just chit chat and have fun. So I hope that you will join me. And I always forget which side is which. So this is the side we need to enter these in. We can get a look back in time at our create your own ending layout.
Donna says she loves this layout.
Oh, thanks, Donna.
Mary says the eggs are so cute.
I love the eggs too. I think they're a lot of fun. They're just a cute shape.
And Darren she loves the scrapbook page. She says it's adorable.
Oh, thank you so much. It was a lot of fun to make. I love getting to get back into scrapbooking.
The white part of the egg is also meant to be syrup or butter.
Yes, you can use the white part of the egg to be the syrup, and you could also use the heart as the yolk if you wanted to. Create your own ending. You can do something fun. Make sure that you're better than me and you get your journaling on there. And I think that we've got everything we need on there. I've got to fill in my little journaling. I'm going to tell you my goal, because if I say my goal out loud, then I will make it happen. And my goal is, see, you can see I journaled on the first page, and then I don't think I journaled ever again. So my goal is that by the end of the year, oh, I did journal there. I will fill in all of these empty journaling spots. And did I fill in anything there? Oh, it's another picture. And so that I can go into 2024 ready to do more journaling. But yes, that is my goal. All right. I think that's it. Can you see the whole thing together? Let me see if I can hold it this way, so you get a whole idea. So here is the whole layout. Super fun. Oh, which picture, Lisa? Anne Marie.
I think it's the one with you and
Is it
Gina
this one?
and Lily.
And Candy. That was a lot of fun. Lots of fun memories. If you have not had the chance to attend Create Your Own Ending, make sure that you're able to go next time it rolls around, because it is so much fun. It is absolutely wonderful. And you make lots of friends and lots of fun memories. All right. Well, does anybody have any questions? Like I said, the fall release will be coming soon. I'm not sure exactly what day yet, but it'll probably sneak up on me. So be watching for that. And definitely check out the bundles. They are such a great deal. You don't want to miss out on the bundles. And join me for the classes. Join Christopher for the classes. And we will see you next week. Thank you so much for all of your love and support. And you are so sweet, Anne Marie. Thank you so much. I just enjoy it. And we have a fun and really imaginative and creative design team. And when I say that, I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about all of our designers. We have so many wonderful designers. Oh, Laura. Oh, I'm glad you will. Yes, definitely. I'm glad that you caught us on the tail end. Well, thank you again for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye.